believe your marriage is in need of coaching, Shamika and I are certified marriage and life coaches. Just log into our website, www.hiswifeherhusband.net, to book your discovery call.
Wives, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put his wife in the notes section.
Husbands, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put her husband in the notes section.
Husbands and wives, if you are looking for marriage coaching as a couple, put his wife, her husband, in the notes section.
Remember, our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage
from a biblical perspective.
So go on over to www.hiswifeherhusband.net to schedule your discovery call today.
So I was sharing with Patrick, going back down the memory lane of that time of being married to him as an unbeliever. And I have to admit, mentally, I was like, do I really want to go back there? It's kind of like, sometimes you can move on from a place and you just don't want to go back there. And it's like, when I go back there, what emotions will I feel? What would I remember that maybe I thought I forgot? What will come up? And so, yeah, it made me really anxious about tonight. But I am grateful that I know that I have overcome. So that's the thing. It's like, no, now it's time to go back to throw that lifeline for their wife or for their husband that may be struggling, going through, and just needing a fresh perspective or needing insight on how to get through, their season of being married to an unbeliever. And so, yeah, it made me just like, okay, be courageous, be bold, show up, be honest, be truthful, be authentic, and don't be afraid, because the Lord who brought me out then, he will continue to carry me through to victory and to be able to help others through too.
So would you say I know you would say, but for the people, would you say the community that you found played a significant role when we were going through our marriage, and how, if you can answer that question?
Yeah. So yes, the body of believers really did play a significant role, and how they played is that I was able to be guided in how to navigate this uncomfortable space. And when I say uncomfortable space, meaning not knowing scripture, being intimidated by the text. Back then, there was no got questions
Correct.
that I was aware of anyway.
I don't think it was any out there at the time.
Back then, it was, a lot of paperback, and the books were extremely thick.
Let's go there.
Yeah. Initially, I was very disappointed, of course, and I felt hopeless. But then that's what, I felt disappointed. I felt hopeless. And I wasn't really sure if I had made the right decision. It's like, oh man, did I do this right? Maybe I did this too soon. So yeah, met frustration, but I eventually grabbed and got myself together. I would say with the 2 weeks of crying and just frustrated, I hung in there and cried, and then I had to make the decision that I'm not going to check out, that I'm going to have to dig in. And so it's like, okay, Lord, how do I do this? Because I have no idea of what I'm doing. I don't have any examples to go to someone else. My then friend was not married. And so, yeah, I didn't have any examples or anybody to go to even give me any guidance. It's interesting.
For the full unedited version of the podcast, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $5 a month. With the membership, you will gain access to be able to ask questions during a live podcast. So click the link below to join now.